I first met Henry Moore in February 1968, very long time ago. I had just come out of art college, had my first job. I trained as a graphic designer, and I was asked to go to meet Moore in his studio at Perry Green in Hertfordshire to find material for a 70th birthday catalogue. I didn't realise then that it was going to be a lifetime work. I found the material for the catalogue, that all went very well, and while I was sorting out piles of drawings, of letters, documents, photographs, he came into his sitting room one day and said, why didn't I carry on, just for a couple of months, to put order in his archive? I thought, well, that sounds like fun. I hadn't got anything else much to do. Why not? 42 years later, I've just retired. I worked with Moore really then from 1968 until his death in 1986. What did I do? Well, I wasn't his secretary and I wasn't a sculpture assistant. I sort of fitted in between all the sort of work that was needed, looking after a busy, elderly artist who had huge demands on his time. I looked after photographs. I worked on books, on catalogues, and on exhibitions. I think my design background probably helped. When I first met Moore, for example, he'd only made 100 prints. When he died 18 years later, he'd made over 700. Taking all those prints through production, cataloguing them, working with designers and printers and publishers was an enormous experience and a privilege. I also got to help him in planning exhibitions. Little did I know that those exhibitions were going to take me all around the world and that eventually I would make shows of his work in more than 40 countries. But what I liked best was working on books and catalogues. It gave me the opportunity to look, or he gave me the opportunity to look at books from a number of different angles, from the point of view of who was going to read it, who the public were, how it was going to be produced, what was going to go in it, the text, the illustrations, the design, the layout, and the production. I found that completely absorbing, and I still do.